Hello and welcome back to 2 Point Museum. I'm Ivory Toucan, and for our speed build today we are back in Pebberly Heights building our very first Digiverse wing within the game itself. Now this is a follow-on from our Let's Play series where we're diving deep into the Digiverse because I had spent over 200 hours within the game before even launching my first expedition there. You can actually check out the Let's Play series so far, and I'll be sure to link it up top here in the video too. If you're interested in checking out all the different rebuilds and designs I've done so far, there's almost one for every single museum in the game. So if there is a specific museum you're looking for inspiration on, just be sure to subscribe and check out the playlist for all of the others so far. In terms of today's video, we're digging in deep to our creative loins for this one, as this was a bit of a tricky build. Why? It's because I think we're very limited with the specific Digiverse themed decorations that we have available, and to me there's very few other decorations within the game that blend really well with the exhibits themselves. But we do pull off some cool things, so make sure to stick around, grab yourself a cup of tea, sit back and enjoy the sweet sounds of 2 Point Radio. We're all about keeping our builds nice and relaxed here, so I'll see you all in the live play soon.
If you need more cash and fewer questions, then you need Swindles. Other loan companies will have you jumping through hoops. But we're here to make sure our sky-high rates are in reach for everyone. Swindles. It's so easy. It's like you're robbing us.
broken again?
Before you buy a new boiler, stop. Get the Pumpatron 6000 heat pump instead. Simply strap yourself in and start pumping. The more you pump, the more you feel the burn. Double bonus! The Pumpatron 6000. You'll get so warm pumping it up, you won't even have to turn it on.
yourself Milkmaid milkshakes, then you'll lap up the new Milkmaid flavoured milk range. A crazy concoction of flavours that'll have your taste buds purring for more. Single cream, double cream, half cream, clotted cream. You won't believe the variety of flavours on offer. Milkmaid flavoured milk. Now that's good milk.
Not technically milk.
Tired of being tired? That old mattress bringing you down?
Oh, this bed is so lumpy.
Then you need Levy Bed. Our patented 12-jet system keeps you suspended and cool while you sleep without the need for a physical mattress.
Oh, it's like sleeping on a cloud.
Levy Bed from Bungle Technologies. Sleep evolved. May cause hypothermia, hearing impairment, and spinal calamity.
is a message from 2 Points Department of Culture. Every day, the county's museums are finding new exhibits. Wow! And learning more and more about everything. Oh, I see. No, sorry, one more time. Visit a 2 Point museum today. Enlightenment starts here. For an unlimited time, Roach Burger meals now include a free Roach Burger character. For free! Collect them all by eating here constantly. There's the Roach Burglar, Sally Salt, Admiral Ketchup, Gurney, and the rest. Remember? They're back, and this time, it's for good.
Okay, and this is what we've ended up with here today. As you can see, I've added in some grass and changed some of the flooring on the outside, but I've made sure to keep it very light with the decorations out here, because for now I do want to look at adding in some botany exhibits, and I'm sure I've seen in some of the footage for the most recent Digiverse Rift, the Revenge of the Savage Planet Rift, which we've been working through the Let's Play series of. I'm sure there's some botany plants there as well, but there are some fantasy plants I would like to add to this museum, and specifically this area here. So we've got plenty of space on the outside to do something quite cool and different there. So we'll get our photo mode and I will just give you all the grand tour. As you can see, we need a bit of entertainment, so I'm working on some things afterwards in the background. We'll go through and see if... Aha, I've got one of these ready. Let's put one of these bad boys down. That is here for now. There we go. We'll look at tidying it up a little bit later. So, we have gone for quite a space inspired build with this one, because again, like I said at the start, this has been a bit of a tricky one to kind of work out what to do, and I think the space inspired aspect works quite nicely because it bridges the connection between the rest of the museum itself, being obviously our space museum, and also the Digiverse, because there's quite a few sort of, you know, that fantastical, futuristic, sort of spacey sort of vibe going with some of the exhibits themselves. So up front we have a lovely new mural. It wouldn't be a toucan video without a mural now, would it? So we have our ringed planet, little rocket ship on the right hand side, and then these are my spacefaring mountains. So I found an image I used online and I tried to kind of replicate something like that, but you've got like the icy spires and then a spaceship landing on this side as well as a rocket there. So a bit of a zoom in, we've got obviously a few of the Digiverse exhibits in the top here. Again, you can see the quality is very poor, so we'll work through getting those up as well, but keeping it very basic. We've got the arcade machines as well either side, and I love how these bluish ones work really well with the new Zoozium cave, like stalagmites and the columns as well. Looks really quite nice blending there together. So we've used those a couple of times. No, we didn't use them in the end here. And then up top we have the other Digiverse ones, the raised stake and the meteor sword. Yep, that's the one where they're just kind of, I quite like having the maps behind. The maps are probably my favourite decorations within the game itself, so I thought, well, this is a good sort of time to use it, and it's almost like a backboard for each of those. It kind of works. Little bathroom aside, small little gift shop just to kind of help with some of the other stuff. I was actually, when I was building this, I realised that there's no Digiverse specific items that you can sell. So I mean, it makes sense because there's lots of overlapping themes. You know, there's like the botany ones and stuff like that, fantasy. But yeah, there are digital themed ones as well. So overall, as you can see, we've kind of split the first half of the museum within 3 distinct areas. We have sort of a jungle inspired theme on the left, digital jungle, and then a space adjacent theme in the middle, and then a fantastical themed one within the right hand side. We'll get to the top half of the museum shortly. So that's kind of why these 4 exhibits are within the space adjacent theme, because those are the ones that I kind of felt worked quite nicely, especially with the blue like holographic bases they have. That kind of, you know, helped sell that together. There we go, and a few like decorations dotted throughout. Make it nice and neat. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll have a look at this side here. So there's lots of space on the jungle hall, I think we'll call it for now. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with these boards. I might change this because they're very pink and it just doesn't quite go with the flooring options. There's quite a big contrast difference there, I think. But we've focused on like the overgrown vines aspect here, which ties nicely with the broccoli greengrocer, yeah, and then that's the broccoli guy as well. There you go. So it's like very overgrown. We've got the waterfalls which can overlap. Only these ones, not the wetlandian ones, which is a bit of a shame because I thought the wetlandian ones would go better here. But we've got the frogborn waterfalls with the prehistoric vines. Of that overlapping sort of feel. I mean, it looks quite good. I might tweak some of them. We've got the vine columns dotted throughout as well. I broke it out, but again, I've purposely left lots of space up top here because I know there's some other exhibits we need to kind of go out and get. And I've really embraced the pixelated look, I think, for this one, because I've never really used this pathing before. Well, I've never really used much of the Digiverse stuff personally anyway. So I thought, you know what, let's just go for it in this museum. That's the whole idea of this museum wing, is to have a Digiverse inspired aspect. The shame, I mean, I might not have come across them yet, but we've got that wallpaper is the only one, the inlaid library one, but that doesn't quite work with what I was going with here. But it would be nice to get some more wallpapers that represent the pixelated digital world. We've done the middle. We'll swing over to the right hand side, which is our fantasy side here. We have the relics and scope to add in more fantasy exhibits in the future. I mean, again, we've got loads of space. We can always look to expand it out. either side and create something a bit different. Yeah, because this is the last platform that we've got the staff on over there. I'll zoom back in, sorry. Moving around all over the place. That's just me. So again, I wanted to kind of keep the tie between fantasy and the digital side of things, but really looking at the vampire survivors connection. So that's why we've got a few of the supernatural sort of inspired pieces, decorative items specifically, such as the paintings, the books, and I think the bats kind of tie nicely between all of those. I mean, very cool. What I loved most about these is that when you rotate them, they literally just change where the bats go. But we have a blend between the fantasy items and then the... Oh, he's got a cloud on him. Oh, we can upgrade him as well, actually. Dust blind. Oh, he's got a curse. Oh, okay, we'll go get that curse off him in a sec. So yeah, so we have the fantasy walkway through here, and again, like I said, scope to add in a couple more decorations, a couple more exhibits either side on this bit specifically here. We've just got to tighten it up a little bit. But then it all leads into the inlaid library. So that's where we've got this pattern flooring and the wallpaper. Again, adding some of the supernatural decorative items with the books as well, because, you know, it's a library and imagine these books have come out from the third dimension. And again, this is where this big relic, which is a book, I thought it works quite nicely, and as all roads lead to the library itself, we can always push this back, push it all back, add in a few more exhibits when the time comes to it. But I quite like this. It's quite, you know, different for anything I've really done before, and again, it's, like I said, trying to embrace that pixelated digitalization sort of look and feel here. In terms of then the centre of the museum, where we have our fish tank walkway. Now, this was something I had always wanted to do when I started realising, you know what, we're going to have to put in some of the Digiverse fish in here anyway to get the unlocks for the next pieces and so on and so forth. So I thought, you know what, well then let's try and do something which we haven't done in other museums, and that is to create a walkway for guests to come through, and then that's how they will look at the tanks. So all the other sides are blocked off. We have the staff access behind each of the tanks. I've added a few additional murals in as well, just to kind of help sell it a bit more with the shipwrecks on the side. And part of the aim here was, with them being, you know, real world fish, you know, mackerel and a cod, I thought it would be best to kind of embrace the realistic side of things with the decorations within the fish tank. So yes, we've got the shipwrecks, but as you can see, there's very few sort of like temple ruins and things like that that kind of tie a bit closer to the Wetlandian sort of themes. You know, there's no like treasure. We've got some coral reef on this side. Yes, I've got the murals at the back, but again, the murals just for the guests' purposes. But yes, it's just kind of trying to keep it a bit more less fantastical in that sense, and try and ground it a bit more. I realise I do have the ruins in this one here, but that's to kind of block off the bits there, whereas this side we've used it with seaweed. But even so, it is less fantastical than previous builds I've done, at least anyway. So as you go through the aquarium walkway, we end up at the top of the museum with the space jungle habitats. Oh, are they dead or are they sleeping? Sleeping. Okay, cool. I have such a fear nowadays after our Museum Let's Play series where we lost some animals in one of the episodes because we didn't realise you have to keep them clean. Well, I knew we had to keep them clean, but how quickly they got dirty and everything. Anyway, he's just crawled up from under there. There's no... Yeah, okay, fair enough. He's going under. There we go. All right. That doesn't seem right. So we have the terrarium here with the kiwi slugs for now. I will get a breeding hutch. I just need to go and build it, as well as another one for the snake as well. Possibly another snake. but we'll get a few more of these little slugs. And then we've gone for, again, that overgrown vine sort of feel, using the wall items that can hang onto the side of the habitats to just give the terrarium itself a bit more of a overgrown look as guests kind of view it through it. And then the habitat itself, again, we've gone for the jungle. It's not quite dense because that's not what they want. They want sparse, don't they? Yeah, sparse. But there's otherworldly jungle where these weird little creatures live. Have a nice big home. They are now full, yeah. So plenty in here. That's good for guest buzz, 275. That's not bad. And yeah, so we've just kind of kept it quite colourful with the reds and the other items, the oranges of the trees, and of course the big jungle centerpiece is always a staple. Little river as well. And then either side of this top half of the building, we have the kiosks to keep, obviously, the focus on the guest needs, because, you know, they always need food and the drinks. And they feel like almost like little space food pop-up stalls, you know, you might find in some other universe, like a Star Wars sort of Outlaws feel is what I was going for here. And I could just imagine on the other side of the platform there's like a docking port where you get all the ships coming in and out. So this is the left side with the space buttons at the back. This is where the food one is, and then the other one has the slushy. And he's looking through this. Oh wow, okay, I didn't realize they can look through there. I thought I can block it off and then they wouldn't look. But we have the space buttons in the back, kind of like they're pushing all the orders. Imagine or not. This is where they're all working, the staff. So these are all part of the food kiosk. And again, as you saw near the end of the Let's Play, the speed build, I extended this out to add in the doorways because it helps with the guest flow and the movement, so they can carry all the way around the museum as if they want, rather than double backing, causing more energy to be wasted and then wasting donations. Plus, like I said, I'm looking, I think, either side would be quite good for some of the botany man-eating plants that we can get, and then also I'm sure there's some more that we can get. Yeah, so that may be like one of these. I still need to get some of these up as well. And then, oh yeah, these ones. These are the bad boys I want to get here, because not only do we need to max out this one, but these are very space themed plants that we can do here as well. And then we'll just quickly dive into the other side. What's that do decoration wise? Yeah, that's fine. Man, they do run down quick though, don't they? It's called the janitor rover. And then I don't think I actually have enough staff to run this kiosk at the moment, so that's something we will look at. But again, a different feel to the left side. So a little kiosk here with lots of plants. The burger squirts. I do love that neon sign, it's very cool. I wish we could have some more signage within the game itself. And I think it goes back to what I've said in a previous video about wanting some sort of like similar sort of thing that the Sims 4 game does, where they have like stuff packs and game packs where they're not necessarily full DLCs, but they have like decorative items or little things, you know, like we could have like a food, you know, like food truck or kiosk or something that's a bit bigger than these, or like picnic tables where guests can sit on the picnic tables that you have within, say, the cafeteria, like here, but then they work outside, and you can have guests sit on them, so you can create like a real like food court inspired area. That would be really cool. And then like outdoor toilets, I think that's a big need at the moment with the habitats and all the other exhibits that you can start placing outside now as well. And I think that would just be really great just to have something a bit different, and it's not necessarily a big thing, you know, that would be groundbreaking to the game itself, but big enough that, you know, like, you know, a little sort of thing to add some more to the gameplay and also just decorations in general. I know there's loads, but I don't use mods. And again, there are lots of decorations to choose from. But as I said at the beginning, I really struggled with finding things that really connected well with the Digiverse exhibits. So that's why we've kind of broken them up. There's nothing really consistent throughout for each of them. But if you've got any ideas of how you've gone about blending your Digiverse exhibits into your museums and across your other sort of themes, let me know in the comments below, because I'd be really interested to hear some ideas and some inspiration for that as well. So then, plans for the next episode, which would be episode 4, I think. I'm sure it's episode 4. The idea is to push through, because we have 2 new on the helipad here. View world map. We want to push through the Digiverse. Want to get through and start unlocking some of these. Move through to the next one. We haven't done anything here. I've just done one to here at the moment, actually. And then I've just done one to here, ready for the next episode. And unlock the rest of the items where we can. See if we can complete the 4 Digiverse risks. We completed one here, the Meat Wizard one. We've got the Vampire Survivors, the Dredge, and the Revenge of the Savage Planet Rifts to complete. So we've got quite a bit to do. If we can finish it all in one, that would be great. If not, then the plan is to then also make sure that we not only increase the quality of the other exhibits, so going back and getting these to pristine across, because all of them are pretty low in quality. But then we need to then go back and focus on getting pristine of the astral anomalies as well, because again, there's quite a few we've just been putting off for the last few episodes to do anything really here. So we can then go through and make sure we've got pristine of everything. And I think, do we have full knowledge on them all? Actually, quick way to do that. Go here. No, we don't. So that's probably, maybe that's what we focus on as we grind through, is get the knowledge at 1 of 4. Wow, Jesus. 2 of 4, 3 of 5, 2 of 4. Okay, so we've got a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that we need to increase the knowledge of. So maybe we just kind of grind out a few of those in the next episodes or the episode after, depending on how we get on. Staff area is looking quite nice as well. Nice big staff building over here now. And then we can look to, oh yes, another thing I did is added in a second camera room off camera as well, because the cameras were not reaching, understandably so, all the way over here, which is a bit of a shame. You can't have just one camera room per museum, like the whole map. You have to have separate ones, but that's why I've dedicated this whole area to specifically to be a staff building platform. It might change that in the future, but we do have, hang on, we've got one over here, and then we've got another plot over here which we will purchase in the near future. So we've still got plenty of space, especially for our botany exhibits that we'd like to do. And then as we kind of expand this out, you know, maybe we add some more fantasy ones in. I would like to kind of add some science in. I think the science might work quite well here, possibly. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Until then, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.